So I'm not gonna lie, it's quite cold. But right now we're just hijacking a barbecue. Oh, look at that.
De Inglaterra, vamos a ver quién es más ejercitado. ¿Un inglés?
Come on, Inca. Wow, look at that view. Come on, Inca. Basta. Here to do any weird stuff, you know. No, I'm joking. That's good. See, trust us to find the dodgiest alleyway in all of Cusco. Look at that, a mini aqueduct. So, I don't know if you can see behind me, over there. We're in the middle of the road right now, we gotta be careful. But look at this. It's a mural. It goes all the way along. It tells a complete story, well maybe not complete, but a pretty good story of the Incas, the Spanish, and everything else. Look, it all started here. We have early Incas or indigenous tribes. Yeah, this is really hard to do in the middle of the road. And then as we move along, we got the civil unrest between the Incas fighting for a new leader. As we move along, you can slowly see the Spanish coming in, the conquistadors, Pizarro and his men, capturing, looting, taking over, introducing religion, torturing, all things like that. And as we move along, look at this, look, various torture methods. Here you can see Tupac Amaru II, where he got tied to the horses, his body ripped apart. And then Jose de San Martin, kind of near the end, the liberator, the Argentinian general, liberating Peru, becoming independent. And at the end, everyone's happy, eating their cuy and their lomo saltado. Pretty good, isn't it? So, we're coming into the San Blas district now. The San Blas district, lots of corridors. Lots of llamas, lots of tourists. But we're going to see some real Inca masonry. An old church, old Spanish church, and lots of other things. Mama Saladonia. Sounds Italian. Maybe just when I say it, it sounds Italian. Huh? But there's an Inca child going to his Inca school. See, trust us to find the dodgiest alleyway in all of Cusco. Look at that, a mini aqueduct. Oh yeah. So based on your Spanish, you know how everything baby has ito at the end? Like paroito? So what's an aqueduct? Aqueductito? It's like a mini, no?
Yeah.
Is that right? I'm learning Spanish already. Aqueductito. I just made up a word, but they can't argue because it makes sense. Wow. Lots of pizza places. So I found out yesterday, we saw lots of Hebrew. We saw lots of Hebrew, and I was like, why is there Hebrew in the middle of Cusco? Well, apparently, in Israel, Jewish people? I don't know. Jewish people, they have a rite of passage apparently. They go in the military and then they go on their adventures. And apparently a lot of them end up in Cusco. They do the Inca Trail. And people welcome them. They say, hey, eat here, spend your money here. Is it the ruble? It goes a long way here. So yeah, a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists, Hebrew tourists from Israel, all different places. They come to Cusco, and that's why you see on a lot of shops, you see a lot of Hebrew, especially on hostels as well. So little information, I never knew that. Anyway, check it out. Check it out. We just bought these cocoa chips. They taste a bit like cereal, but there's not enough. What's the element in there? I don't know. There's something in coca and cocaine, the chemical. I don't remember. I don't know everything. But there's not enough in here to do any weird stuff, you know. No, I'm joking. That's good. Wow. Look at him, look. It's just your average Peruvian pipe player in the corridor. Look at this. Look. So, some guy told us that when they have to redo this, they can't replace it with a stronger material because they want to keep the architecture, the materials the same. Kind of like when you get to New Mexico, if you've ever been to New Mexico, you have those Pueblo style buildings. You're not allowed to build anything other than those in that area, so quite interesting. A lot of stairs. It's like Resident Evil, look. So, I found a fraud. She told me she was Inca. She told me she was born and raised in Cusco, but I don't believe it, look. I think we have a fake Inca on our hands. A faux Inca. Look how Inca I am. Come on, Inca. Wow, look at that view. Come on, Inca. Basta. Look at this guy. He's like a big bumblebee, but he's like nighttime edition. Crazy, isn't it? Quite big. And look at Cusco. Sunny old Cusco. So, we're at the top of the hill. We're in the San Blas district. Now the San Blas district, it's like the artsy area of Cusco, the artisan area. Here, little niche cafes and bars and vegan people doing graffiti. Look. So, yeah, I know. So, but we've got a nice lookout here. You can see the whole of Cusco. Look at this. It's not a bad lookout, is it? Look, you can see the whole city. Nice little lookout there. So yeah, even far back into the Inca times, San Blas district is where all the artists used to live, the creative people, all the people responsible for designing things and things like that. And throughout the years, the hundreds of years, it sort of maintained that. So yeah, if you're one of those artsy, fartsy types of people, then you'll love the San Blas district. But not only that, but the architecture and the way the streets are, they're all kind of narrow, lots of hills and things. It's not a bad district, is it? Not bad. It's kind of like Lima's Barranco, but in Cusco. Wow. Maybe we can run down here and see if the video works out. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Missed my step. Wow. So I'm not gonna lie, it's quite cold. But right now we're just hijacking a barbecue. Oh, look at that. For dinner, fried manos. Oh, maybe mano, because I need the other one to hold the camera. Fried pum pum, yes. Ah, look at that. It's a nice view, isn't it? Look at that. There's San Blas's own doggo. Hey, San Blas doggo. Tired San Blas doggo. Oh, look at this. Looks cool, doesn't it? You see that, look? That little guy there, just above the street sign. Well, his name. Well, I guess it's his name. Inti. Was he a sun god? Some people say yes. Some people say he represents something a little different. Anyway, even before Inca times, Inti, a figure that everyone looked upon. When you deal with weather systems, the sun, where the sun could be your god, for example, the rain could be God's anger. Inti, a very integral part of lifestyle, not in just Incas, but people before that. And Inti appears on the old flag of Peru, the Ecuadorian flag, the Bolivian flag, the Argentinian flag. And even on some of the old money during colonial times, Inti, forever present. Good old Inti. Paro. Yeah, I got him. We got one. We got him. So, we're in a bar. Well, it's a restaurant bar called Fuego. That's not important. What's important is we have an alpaca burger. Or maybe it's llama. Maybe they're trying to rip us off. Well, alpaca burger. So let's take a look. Look at this.
200 grams.
200 grams. It's quite hard to see, it's really dark in here. But look, there's the alpaca. Looks kind of like beef, doesn't it? So it's super tender, like way more tender than beef. It's like ground up and they've reformed it into a patty, so it's not like a steak or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit raw on the inside. I think it's supposed to be 3/4, but yes, it's like blue. But it tastes good. Alpaca. So the alpaca tastes nothing like beef, but at the same time, it's more like beef than anything else I can think of. But it's good. Really tender. Not bad. It's pretty good. Approved. 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 I think I got this. Okay. So, check out one of the busiest streets in Cusco. At night time. Nighttime. Lots of people around. Pretty much just like the day. There's our drink there. But look. Shops are pretty much open till midnight, I've noticed. And when it hits midnight, it pretty much shuts down. You can see here, look. Alright, Doggo. When I was here yesterday, someone said, "You want to buy weed?" Then they asked me if I wanted to buy cocaine. Oh, you Cusco.
53,
Pues
a
ahora
la
nos metimos a
una.
un torneo
A las 2. Pero antes, un aplauso por favor para nuestro participante de Inglaterra. Vamos a ver quién es más ejercitado. ¿Un inglés o un peruano de repente? Espérate. Vamos a ver, a la 1, a las 2 y a las 3. Ponle el tiempo.
Again, yeah.
Vamos a ver.
Come on.
Ahí está el ejercicio. Tenemos un trainer por acá. Y creo que se ha puesto
Come
colorado.
on.
Creo que
Porque solo comió cuy.
dice que está aguantando porque solo ha comido cuy en estos días. Me han enseñado a su enamorada. Mira, tiene. Mira, ay,
One more
querido
minute. Come
participante.
on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Are you okay?
Ambulancia. A ver. Su novia, no. Ahí, no. Mucho cuy, dice, mucho cuy.
So,
Daniel.
I'm not sure how it just happened, but I got caught up in a plank off. But I won
Daniel
2
es
XPs
cliente
and a
de
day pass to the gym.
Gimnastic.
Not bad, is it?
¿Ha
Not
salido
bad
de
day.
entrenar hace poco?
I feel the cooey though in my stomach.
Él acaba de salir.
So that was our last day in Cusco. Tomorrow we're going to check out the land of Chicharron, a very small town outside of Cusco where there's many chicharron restaurants, chicharronerias. We're going to check those out, have a look. And also my friend told me that there's somebody that can tell your fortune with coca leaves. So instead of your palm, he'll kind of put the coca leaves on the table and tell your fortune. Maybe we can find that, no promises, but check it out in the next video. So take care and thank you for watching.